Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. I am the Lean Armenian, otherwise known as Davo. This is Chainber TV, otherwise known as Chainber or Chainber-1. Hello.
Also, you can address me as Batman,
That's also
Bats, the
Yes.
Dark Knight,
That's right.
he who hangs on gargoyles,
Yes.
the Dark Knight. Did I say the Dark Knight?
Yeah, you said this when we identified you as a bat sexual. So those are your pronouns, right? That's
The Cape Crusader. That's another one. You know what I'm gonna do though, bro? I'm gonna start buying capes and wear that shit, bro. I'm just start wearing capes.
I feel like
No,
I'm in like
but
the
I'm for-
valedictorian period. It's great.
I'm for real, man. Capes are gonna come back in style, man. Like the shit ain't fashionable right now. Like ponchos are what's in. But I guarantee you give a nigga a cape, man. He like pimps. They knew how to rock a cape hard.
I'm just saying, if I'm wearing a cape, I'm gonna be like flinging it like this. Like when I leave
I'll
a
be
place,
like-
I go.
Exactly. Like I'll just be like, later y'all out of the party, like, boom, and just like, now that's an exit, dude, for real.
I like when remember like in Game of Thrones when we were watching it, like the guys would walk and it would like sort of like flow. Like with them as they walked. It's great. It's fucking fantastic.
Imagine that shit. Imagine that shit came back. Like, you go to the Grammys and stuff, and you see like fucking Bruno Mars, man. He got a permanent cape, and you'd be like, damn. But you'd be like, dude, that shit is
Hispanic Dracula.
Yeah, we could be like, but real talk, it's like, yo, that shit is fly, son. Like, most motherfuckers gonna be hating on him, but I'd be like, dude, that shit was fly.
People walk around and be like, my cape is made from the finest silk.
Yeah. Like, this is made from real vampire bats and polar bears.
What you got? A Tommy Hilfiger cape? Bro, mine's Gucci.
Dude, you break out with a Gucci cape, dude. Man, I know there's a rapper out there with a Gucci cape.
I wouldn't even want to have like a crazy like clothing company have a cape. I would just want it like my own cape. And I put like a fucking sigil on there, like a family sigil, like a house. Like, I'd love to do something like that. Me and Tyler were talking about that the other day. We went to go to that lecture. I was telling you about that, and we were talking about like sigils and houses. I was like, "Don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna make you a sigil. I'm gonna do it." So now I'm making them a family house sigil. It's gonna be great.
Now, like, wouldn't that be cool though? Because like in the royal era, people used to have sigils embroidered in their clothing and stuff. They would wear fucking accessories with their.
Can I make you a sigil?
We have my sigil. It's my chamber symbol.
I know, but I'm gonna make you like it'll be like decorated with like the ornaments and the whole thing. It'll look like old-timey London type of crest.
Hell yeah, go ahead, dude. Do that shit, man. And like because motherfuckers would wear like their sigils like in jewelry and tassels and shit.
Yeah,
I'd be like, dude, like my sigil be everywhere, dude. I'd be like, man. Like motherfuckers be like, my distant cousins be rocking the House of Chainber. Be like, yo, who you repping? House of Chainber, man. What you repping? I be like, oh yeah, shit. I mean, if you think about it,
when you move into a new like fucking studio, like when we get there, like we'll move into a new studio, we'll like roll the banners down the castle type shit.
Exactly.
Like, let it go down. That'll be like our unveiling of our headquarters.
Hell yeah, dude. They'd be like, shit.
Oh man,
yeah, that'd be some baller ass shit, Yeah,
it only works if you get like some like cutouts of like people on like the corners with like fucking with like crossbows, so it looks like a fucking kingdom, but it's like not obviously. But
I mean, I would hire some model actors to like stand out there. That probably costs too much. Yeah, that probably costs too much money, over time. Like they might be complaining. They'd be like, "Mr. Chainber, this crossbow is like heavy as fuck, sir."
So what you can do is, right? I'm sure you can get like a modern day crossbow just to make it modern. Get a modern day crossbow and put two people up on the top. Actually, pay them as your security guards, and if they get any closer, you're liable to shoot them.
Like the queen, dude, like the Queen's guards. Dude, those guys don't move for shit.
They'll have like armor with like an indented chamber symbol on it. It'd be fucking great.
Dude. Man, that'd be baller, man. Don't fucking come by my studio.
You walk around, you have to be all pompous with it. Like you have to have like an English accent, like it's off my property. You gotta
if anybody knows me, I do the English accent already. Like
you do British. Talk British for 2 minutes.
You would swear I'm British. Like it's kind of funny though because I went to school with like a lot of English kids. Like in the school I went with, it was really funny because it's a boarding school in America. But the boarding school had a lot of kids from Germany, Australia, England, China and Japan and in areas like that. And we had a lot of kids from Netherlands and stuff. And I used to always make fun of the English kids' accents, and they'd be like, "Whoa, you do our accent better than we do," and
That's funny though.
it's true. And they say, "But why do you speak it so formal?" And they're like, like very posh. And I was like, "Well, the more so, like I've developed my accent. Like I created a whole persona and everything. See, I used to say I'm from Manchester, England, but I don't sound like I'm from Manchester at all.
No,
I sound like I sound like I'm from London. So
I love that. By the way,
what?
like how like different places in the same country you somehow have different accents just because it's where you're from. I fucking love that.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing in the world because like I always try to find out where because just my aspirations alone to be a voice actor one day. Like I find that so fascinating. How like if you were born 2 miles this way, you sound a little bit different from me, and it's so weird how like just that area, for whatever reason, adopted a certain way of speaking. It's so.
The funny thing is though, see, people don't realize this about accents. It's like okay, like I speak fluent Spanish, but my American accent still comes out in Spanish. So they know I'm a foreigner. I just know how to speak their language.
Right.
And it's the funny thing about when you go to like other countries, if there was like a white person that spoke Chinese, like, they would still have that accent of speaking it in American, but they would speak it really well and they would understand it. But it's like, whoa, you have good dialect, good, pronunciation.
Right.
But you still hear their accent. It's like people are like, oh, yeah, like you do realize that there are accents in other areas so they can tell where you're from. So if you're trying to create a lie in an area where motherfuckers know you're full of shit, yeah, you're gonna get it,
Yeah, you're gonna get fucked.
Yeah, so it's just kind of funny how some of that stuff works out. And yeah, I had to turn the ring light on because it was starting to get a little darker in here.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why you had it off to begin with.
Well, it was good lighting. It was good lighting at the time, but it's on.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
but it's glowing now.
indeed, mate. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah,
indeed. Yes,
I've been told that my British accents are terrible. Out of all of them, for whatever, because there's so many. You know what I mean? So like, it's just like a big jumble of like all the different ones in one. It's the stereotypical. Would you like some tea and crumpets? That whole fucking thing.
You see, the thing is, what really makes me really good at it is because I know the slang.
Right.
Like
Yeah, you're very in tune with that.
So like I know some shit that even they were surprised I know. Like like I made this reference because when I was playing with Snowy, and Snowy swiped some stuff from me. I was like, "Oh, you stole my porridge! Don't try to stir it now." And he's like, "Where'd you learn how to say?" Like that's a metaphor of you stealing my girl or something like that. Like you try to steal my porridge.
I didn't even know that. Yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah, and like And like this was funny. My buddy tried to correct me on something because he thinks he knows British slang.
Right.
I told this girl, I was like, "Oh my god, love, you're so beautiful. You stole my strawberry tart." Right now, if you call a girl a tart, that means dumb.
Fucking
I said,
I know that one.
Yeah,
I know
but I said you stole my strawberry tart, which is heart.
Yeah,
which is metaphor for heart. And he's trying to correct me. I was like, first of all, I said she stole my strawberry tart, which means my heart, you dumbass. So don't try to fucking correct me next time. Learn your shit.
Fair enough. Fucking Chainber standing up for the people of England over here.
No, like I know my shit, dude. And it's kind of funny though when I use the slang words and stuff because like, I mean, people know like twat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or they try to do the old Cockney thing where it's like, oh, blimey, the old wacky old English type of stuff where like, bloody hell, it's fucking wicked, yeah? Like, it's bloody rubbish,
Yeah. I don't think I could ever get to the point of, if with enough fucking trying to get it, I mean, with enough effort, I could probably get there, but I guess
I love Tom Hardy's accent.
I love Tom Hardy's. I fucking love Tom Hardy. He has a really cool accent.
I love Tom Hardy's accent because it's hard to tell whether he's from London or he's Cockney or he's from Yorkshire or it's hard to tell what part of where he truly is from. But like Christian Bale's simple. He has a Welsh accent, so I think
when it comes to Tom Hardy, it's so hard to like figure out where he's from, is because he's done so many fucking characters. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because like I know like some people who like do like I think who is that fucking dude that like forgot how to speak in an English accent and had to get retrained because he just didn't
it was
know.
that. Yeah, it was the guy from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh
Charlie
fuck,
Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam. Yeah.
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 He's a British guy, and like he went through Sons and he forgot like how to speak the lingo. So like,
Well, he lived in America so long, doing that
Yeah.
accent for so long
it makes
that
sense.
he
though.
probably
It
really does.
thoroughly ingrained in you,
Yeah.
like the way that we speak,
Yeah.
the way that I mean, that's anywhere though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've noticed myself doing it sometimes. Like I'd go to Jersey and I started speaking like a New Yorker rather than a Rhode Islander. Like it just happens. But to be fair, Rhode Island and New York is very close in our little things. But
Now, you know who does an amazing English accent? I love him. Robert Downey Jr. When he did the Sherlock Holmes films, he had to speak more the Victorian era style of their modern English. So he had to get like elocution lessons of how to say stuff. And it was just amazing how well he did, where you really believed, man, this dude is fucking British. You know, like he really did really well. And like, you know, the way he carried himself was very like Britishman like and everything, especially playing an iconic character like Sherlock Holmes, which they need to make a Sherlock Holmes 3 because I fucking love the last two. Like him and Jude Law, great chemistry.
you know, I've never watched those movies. I've always wanted to though. You want to watch them together?
Dude, I will watch them. I loved them. I
down.
loved them.
Yeah.
I loved them. They were so well done. Especially like the idea of like they went with a really unique idea of Sherlock Holmes because, you know, for him to be the person he is, he's very offbeat and very corkish and paranoid and weird, where they really went in the depths of the actual character, you know, how they show like his drug use and things like that.
What,
because he was always
and the one with Robert Downey?
Yeah,
they
because
kind of did that with the Sherlock TV show too. With Benedict.
well, you know, yeah, because Sherlock Holmes, he was always an experimental guy. So he's always trying stuff. Not saying he was doing actual drugs, but like, you know, he would do stuff to see the side effects and understand how they make him function. It's what kept him observant and everything. And I love how, like, you know, when he meets if I'm spoiling the movie for anybody, spoiler alert. Well, when he meets Watson's fiance, you know, he's like, okay, I heard you can tell everything by, you know, the little details of looking at somebody, and you know, and he got everything like right on point, to the point where she was like offended and upset.
Right.
And it's like, you know, that's the problem. He's a little off in a lot of ways. Yeah, there's no filter there.
When you have that talent and when you want to show it off, and like there is no other like implication to it, it's just like this is who he is, but like because of that he appears as like odd and like he's a dick and like he doesn't care about people's feelings. Like he just says things to prove that he's right, but like you end up hurting them every which way. You know, that's a lot of people with like Asperger's. Like that's something that like
and it was really cool because they even went into detail with like his martial arts background and stuff. It was kind of cool because I read the books of Sherlock Holmes and stuff.
Sherlock Holmes has the martial arts background.
Yeah, he really.
I never saw that in the Benedict one.
See, here's something funny that you will not realize is that Batman is very, very sired and endorsed by Sherlock Holmes in a lot of ways, where he's the modern day Sherlock Holmes.
It just clicked in my head. Detective Comics, Batman, the whole
Well, like, you know, he's addressed by a lot of people as detective. Like, if you ever met Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul, he never addresses him as Batman or whatever. He always addresses him as detective because he is that damn good, you know. And you know, Batman has kind of installed all those skills into his sons over the years. Of like, if there's anything he takes pride in, is knowing that his kids, especially all of his sons, they know how to be more detectives than anything.
Right.
Like, that's why he's so proud of Tim. Tim is actually almost maybe even better of a detective than Bruce is, you know, which is really fucking cool.
Yeah, that is pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's so funny. You always revert back to comics. It's just like that's like
that's my thing, man.
That's like your baseline for everything. It's so funny.
Well, I grew up on that shit. Like, you know, it's funny because like a lot of people. it's kind of funny though, because when I meet people, like it was so funny. I was watching Rosemew stream. Shout out to the beautiful Rosemew. But anyway, um, she she did not know that I was a huge like Star Wars fan. She knows I like Batman, but it was like, girl, I'm like a huge Star Wars fan. Like I got like all sorts of Star Wars shit.
Yeah,
Like
you got the TIE fighters, you got the fucking X-Wings that Darth Vader was driving. Like, you got all that shit.
look at this. Like I got like freaking TIE fighters like right here, dude. I got like I mean like and like I got like a I got like a Han Solo stormtrooper here, where it's Han Solo disguised as a stormtrooper figurine. Like I don't know. I'm like a super Star Wars fan. Like like
I'm just sorry. I'm still trying to get over that because I still now notice that you just chuck them. Yeah. You told me that
yeah.
once and I never knew that you did, but now I notice it every time you do and it fucking
I
cracks me up.
I yeet everything.
It's so
But it's kind of
funny.
funny because I'm not worried about the shit breaking. Because if they do break, for one, my brother restores them for me. Like he restored. He actually. I'm really excited about this. Ramirez restored my Luke Skywalker. Uh, this is my Luke Skywalker X-wing,
Okay.
and Ramirez actually like restored it. And what I was really upset about it is,
What was wrong with it initially?
well, I used to play with these when I was kids. For one, I used to break them. Like I broke the lid of this, and I actually broke the Luke Skywalker that's in here, and I broke him again. Ramirez ended up fixing him. And the only one that he's still having trouble fixing is my Star Wars Rebel Snowspeeder.
Okay.
Which I'll probably never get fixed. But also
You
what
need
I'm
to have
trying
that
to
guy that was in Toy Story. That guy was like that was like polishing Woody's shoes. That fucking dude
yeah
with all the magnifying glasses. You
yeah
gotta have that fucking guy
my
fix your toys,
X-wing
bro.
my X-wing would never do that. He fixed it to where the wings pop out like that. They used to just stand like this.
Why is your
They
brother unbelievably talented at the weirdest things?
huh?
I said, why is your brother unbelievably talented at the weirdest things?
Well, he's a tinkerer, dude. He got nothing but time, and he fixes a lot of that stuff for me. Like,
I mean,
I used to
shit, if
like.
he can do it, he can do it.
Well, I used to restore and fix a lot of stuff too, but I'm not into that anymore. And like,
I'm
I've been
starting
really
to, as you
wanting.
know.
I've been. Oh yeah, like me, I've been really wanting a Millennium Falcon, and like this is the closest thing to a Millennium Falcon I got right now.
We're gonna
Is
save
this
up.
little,
Tiny little
is this
thing.
little, yeah, like, and I want like a giant Millennium Falcon so I can like hang on my wall or have dangle.
You can
And
probably
I just,
find one. I can get some people to look around for you on Facebook Marketplace just to find one, like in general. But I still want to do the Lego one with you. I think that'd be
yeah,
great. We should
yeah,
make it into a couple of streams. We should stream us building it. We'll be bitching at each other. I told you it goes there, motherfucker.
we really could. Like, I want to get the Millennium Falcon and I can fit like a couple figurines in and shit, but those are like so hard to find and they're so expensive.
Yeah.
Then there's like older models, newer models, and I don't really know which one I want, the modern one or the old
right.
one.
Yeah, after
or the
this
one
is
that
done,
came,
we'll look up some more, see if we can find some.
or the re-released one. Like they got so many, and I'm so picky because some of them they don't look right because like either they're too bulky or they're too small, they're too fat, or they're not long enough. I'm so picky when it comes to Millennium Falcon because it's like the ideal spaceship. Like I don't care what you say, Millennium Falcon is the ballerest spaceship ever.
It's the ballerest spaceship, yet it has to get fixed every fucking 5 seconds.
Well, the reason it's like that, okay, when it was under Lando's care, it was treated fucking mint. But when it got to Han Solo, it had to look dingy and stuff because he was a smuggler. So
Right.
but he's a real shitty main. Like I'm sure they had like portable ship space washers or something. Motherfucker just never ran through one. You know what I'm talking about? You know how they have car washers? I'm sure they had like some sort of a ship washer. in those, at least I like to think so,
Because it's not like you ever see fucking dust and grime on anybody else's ship. It's only on fucking
You know
Han's.
what? I should ask George Lucas. That'd be the best question ever.
Yeah.
Like, how we
That
have car washes.
be like a side thing where like he'd be doing like a TV series, like in the corner somewhere, and you see a ship getting washed. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, they'll be like, see, I knew they had something like that,
Yeah.
but you just never see it in Star Wars until somebody brought it up. How come I never see the spaceships get cleaned?
They should have
Like,
they should have you in there as like the token like stereotypical black character with the ship cleaning the spaceship's rims.
you know what? What would be the equivalent to rims on a ship? Like, what would be their version of some baller ass rims? Like, I just
Probably
got
the
those added,
wings.
man. You think so?
The wings or the guns, one of the two. Or maybe like a
See,
steering wheel,
I don't see that.
a
I don't
sound
know.
system.
I mean, I don't know. I've never heard of stereo. I've never heard nobody banging some Bootsy or some 50 Cent or Eminem in a Star Wars movie. So I mean, it's hard for me to tell if they blast some music up in their thing. Now I know they do in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Like, I know they like to like, blast some
That's
stuff.
crazy to think that there's no, because like you see like like in the cantina you see like they're playing instruments and stuff.
Yeah, but like,
You
you
never
never
see
hear
them
any.
playing music in the ship. You
Yeah,
know.
like, you never hear like, you never be like,
Although I think
put
something
it on.
happened in the Christmas special where they were playing music on the Millennium Falcon. I think, but that movie's like been lost in time. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I can
But
find it though.
like, put it on 94.30, FM
Yeah, yeah.
97.3, put it on there.
That's
Like,
funny.
we just
That's
never known that.
that's so interesting to think that like they could have all those like crazy accessories, but they just never showed them because it was like an action packed fucking film. But that'd be pretty funny to see something like
All
that.
about the fucking details. Only nerds and weird people would notice that shit, dude.
Yeah, for sure. That's fair.
It's the hardcore fans would be like, that would point something out in a
Oh
film
fuck!
that you would never notice.
You know what we forgot to do?
What?
How you doing, man? We totally
I'm
forgot to
good,
ask how
man.
we were doing.
Well, yeah, we ain't did this in a while. Okay, yeah, well, if you want to know how I'm doing, I'm a little insecure right now. I got
What?
this gray in my beard right now,
Oh, shut up! Stop it. Maybe
and
I can.
I posted a pic of
It's
me in
somewhere.
like
If there's a white in there somewhere, it always grows. I just trimmed my beard, so it's not
somewhere
there.
somewhere.
Well,
See,
there's
like,
two.
I posted a
There's
pic
two
of
or
me.
three in here, and there's like I think one over here.
See, you're friends with me on Facebook. See, I posted a pic of me on Facebook,
I did.
and I didn't. A lot of people would respond, and God damn it, the messages. Like, I didn't think it was that many, and it's like,
It was
they're
kind
like,
of funny
whoa.
though.
They're like, dude, you're getting old. Some people called me a silver
That's
fox, which
because
I
you
thought was
always
like,
shave that motherfucker.
I know. I like I'm a clean shaven dude, and it's kind of weird though because you would think, change. Like, even my students used to go, "Hey, I should grow out a beard," and I'd be like, "I thought about it, but it's like, I don't know."
Grow it. Grow the beard. But that's it.
Then,
That's everything. You're just feeling insecure about your white hairs. You fucking old
uh,
fuck.
well, that and I'm on this new shit. I've been taking like these, like, about it because
Oh, the
you've seen my
supplements. Yeah,
stream.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I've been on these supplements, and if you saw a stream that I did recently, like, first of all, I didn't believe it, but I ordered something for the first time off of the TikTok shop, and god damn it, this shit works. Like, you can zoom if the light, but anyway, it's called 15-day cleanse.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it cleansed me out, and like, it was funny though because like, if you saw your stream, everybody's like, "Oh my god, Shay looks like he's struggling." And then like, it was so bad that Breaking Mom messaged me. She's like, "Hey, are you okay? Are you sure?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "Dude, you look like you're about to bust." I was like, "I am," and then Cece's like, "Chain, lock it in." I can't. I gotta shit on myself, bro. Like,
It's too funny.
woo.
Fucking hell. I think the as far as me,
Yeah. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. The new shift is solid. I'm making more money now because of it. So I'm just working an extra shift on that same Monday. So I work the third shift from 12 to 8. Then I sleep and then I go back in for 6 to 12. So it's a little bit more money at the end of the week. It's not terrible. It gives me a little wiggle room to buy stuff, or to save some money, which is nice. What else? I started what is the motherfucker? I started working out officially. Me and Courtney are going at it. She's finally listening to me instead of going out and paying a gym membership. We have all the weights in the backyard. We got a bench. We have like the little elastic bands, the stress things or whatever. We have a whole fucking straight track over there, like that's a mile around perfectly. I was like, let's just fucking use that. You know, it's all right there. So we're starting to work out now. So she's trying to lose some weight. I'm trying to get big. So that's something new at least. What else do I got?
I want to get back into my
Nothing really.
kickboxing, honestly.
I would love to. I would see. Here's the thing. As you know, I got these hands. I don't have these legs. I would love to learn kickboxing. The only other person I know who knew kickboxing is my fucking Uncle Jack, who I'll probably never speak to. And we could actually probably touch on that a little bit because I wanted to talk about that today anyway, maybe more towards the end. But he was a great kickboxer back in the day. And I would love to have learned from him, but there's just no, you know, but I'll explain it later. But yeah, I would love to learn kickboxing. We should do it together.
Yeah, you see, you want to hear something funny? Is I grew up watching like a lot of kickboxing and boxing in general, because my dad was huge fans of that stuff growing up. And we were young, and when we were old enough, he was like, "Hey, like you guys want to do like karate and stuff." And like Ramirez wanted to do traditional karate because he wanted to wear the little pajamas and stuff, the gi. And I was always like, I don't want to do that shit. I want to do some Bruce Lee stuff.
Right.
So when we were living in Austin, when we were living in Austin, he found this school. Apparently, at the time, my sister's boyfriend, he was like he was only like 13, and he was a 3-time martial arts champion in his age group, and he was nobody to fuck with.
Oh shit!
And he was bad. He was he still does martial arts actually, and he trained with some big time people. He even like I don't know how true it is, but like he went on to be like a stunt choreographer later on or something like that. But then he died years later after he did some stupid shit and then died. But he was on his way to becoming like a well known name in like martial arts or something because he had supposedly invented like a cool karate style or something that was going to innovate something, but it never happened. And he was a young black man, very talented, but I forget his name, but he was really good. He was up and coming, but he was somebody you didn't want to mess with. Like they said his spinning axe kick was like so fast and strong and heavy, like it could dent cars like so powerful.
I don't doubt
like
it.
when he does his spinning axe drop kick, like the way he did it was so hard it could like break like some serious stuff. Like he had power. And he's a pretty badass kid.
Shit, I don't doubt it.
I seen him throw down, dude. Like I've seen him in tournaments and stuff. He makes that stuff look easy. Yeah, but anyway, we went to a different school because I wanted to learn like Wing Chun and stuff. And Ramirez got to learn all those cool like Nick style karate stuff. And like that dude was nasty with some edge weapons, dude. Like Ramirez is pretty dirty with some blades. But
so this is the list. Kickboxing, you're gonna teach me how to use a sword, and I'm gonna speak Spanish. So meaning that I can go up to someone and be like, "My name is Inigo Montoya."
Inigo,
eventually.
Inigo.
I don't know. I always fuck up the name. I've never actually watched that movie.
Oh my god. Oh, you're stupid. But I mean, it is good to like be in an area where you can like flex a little bit, get around, because it's always good. Like it's always good to know like multiple languages. So I think in Italy I would get around okay because like Spanish is derived from Italian. I mean, Italian has a little bit of Spanish in there, so I know a little bit maybe. And then I talked to Bandit.
Oh,
and
it
Bandit,
is Inigo. I just looked it up. It is. It's Inigo Montoya.
Inigo. I don't think I've ever heard the name.
It's this fucking. Let me see if I can show you. It's this fucking guy. It's like a movie. It's this dude. He goes, "My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my mother. Prepare to die." Something like that. It was.
Oh, is that off of Princess Blade or something?
Oh no, you killed my father. Prepare to die. It's like it turned into this like little gif or whatever. My bad for interrupting, but that's what it was. That's what I just wanted to make sure I had it right. But
that looks like the dude from Rocketeer.
Maybe. It's so funny. They have like posters for it too.
Yeah.
I wonder what movie it was from.
Inigo Montoya, you killed my brother.
Father.
It's more. Oh, you killed my father.
See, look, they have like t-shirts with the whole thing on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it became such a big thing out of nowhere, and I don't even know why. You know, like I saw the meme one day, and I was like, "That's great." And
That's
then
crazy when memes become like something iconic, like
yeah,
that
but like it
gymnast.
started from I think it started from How I Met Your Mother because they used to say that to each other all the time before they would fight with the swords. They had these two
Mhm.
swords that were hanging on the wall in their apartment, and like every once in a while, like if they had a disagreement, they'd get the swords, and whoever won would then make the
Yeah.
decision. But like before they started fighting, they would always say that. So I think it started with How I Met Your. I think it started with How I Met Your Mother, and then it turned into a meme, like somewhere along the line, and then
Yeah.
it became a big thing where like you could get posters that say it with his face and the sword, and stickers, magnets, you name it. It just kind of went big.
Yeah. Like I love that one meme of like my buddy made of Will Smith where he's like it's from Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Like
Yeah,
he's sitting down and he's like, I'm not even mad. And it's like
yeah.
that's me right there. I would love to get a shirt made of
I'm
that.
not even mad. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Memes are iconic, dude. Especially like I remember that gymnast who I think she won or lost and she made like that weird smirk
Yeah.
and like it stuck with her forever. Poor thing is like immortalized as like the world's biggest sore loser. It's like wow.
I love how memes have evolved. Like I remember like before it used to be like some little background and then be like a picture of something in the middle and like there would be a theme behind it. I could
Yeah.
actually I'll show you a video later that
Yeah.
expresses it perfectly.
Now
But
memes
like
have become gifs or gifs.
all right, so they were originally just pictures that were relatable and funny. And
Mhm.
then later on they became these things that were the best way that one of my favorite videos describe it, and they said it's somehow more relatable but they're just
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like I wish I could show you the video. We could probably like do like a react thing to it, but
Now, yeah.
yeah, that's the idea of it anyway, is that like they just became more relatable. And then Vine fucking shot Gen Z's humor out into the world. Like it really perfected Gen Z's humor. Like Vine just
Yeah.
did that. And then eventually Vine got shut down, got bought out by Twitter, and then turned into what was Musically, and then Musically turned into TikTok. And then that
Yeah.
short quick videos that are supposed to be funny became that. But Musically was supposed to be like a lip syncing app. So like they only had music on there first. Like you'd be like, you'd be singing and
Yeah.
like trying to like lip sync with it.
Yeah.
And then
I
eventually they
remember
were
there was
like,
a
why
lot of
don't
these
we just
like
do the same
dance
thing Vine
trends.
did? And then they did. But
Yeah.
and then eventually TikTok became, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, like
TikTok has
YouTube
ruined the
Shorts.
world. TikTok has ruined the world. Like, dude, I love TikTok during its peak, like during the pandemic. I was on that shit. Like, I find myself on my phone, just like TikToking it up, like
Mm.
nonstop, dude. Just watching all sorts of dumb shit on
I'm
there.
still on it. I'm just not obsessed with it anymore. Like there's a couple of
Yeah,
accounts
me
that I
too.
follow for
Me
certain
too.
things. Like I know
Me
there's this
too.
one dude who's like a straight up movie buff and he has walls. When I say walls, I mean walls. Walls and walls and walls and walls and walls of DVDs out the fucking ass. And like people will challenge him. They'll comment on his videos and it's like, bet you don't have Dogma with or with Matt
Yeah.
Damon or whatever. And then he's like, he just pulls it out and be like, "You thought, bitch." But
Oh,
like,
I would win because I would tell him a movie that he doesn't have, and I know for a
I don't
fact he
know,
doesn't.
man, dude. That motherfucker has
I would love to
everything.
I would love to challenge him
He
in
has
that.
so much shit. But like a lot of my, for the Plex and stuff like that, or like for just movies in general. Like I'm a big movie buff, and so are you. You're much farther along than I am. But
Well, it's because I'm older.
that's true. You get to experience more shit. But the more or less, like it's nice because I go on there and I'm like, what movie does he think that I haven't seen, or what should I see? And then I go there and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And then I'll get it, and then it's a new experience now. Because like I would have never heard of it otherwise.
Yeah.
Like it's not like he always does these very obscure, like nobody's seen it or like badly rated movies. But like he also does the good stuff too. But like all the good stuff. You know what I mean? Like everybody knows the classics. Like if you could go
Yeah.
anything in the 70s, you're gonna be like Star Trek, Star Wars, like things like that. Like those were just the big movies. You know what I mean? And like I'm sure there was some Clint Eastwood ones back in the day, like maybe Dirty Harry, shit like that.
I'm not a Clint Eastwood fan. I'm just not a
Like I
fan.
said, to each their own. But like
Yeah.
I just like it because like it introduces me to new things. That's what I use TikTok for. It's mainly
You
just
know
for
what I'm
music,
surprised?
comedians, and movies. That's the only reason I really
You,
use it.
you know what I'm really surprised? That dude ain't fucking dead yet.
Who? Oh yeah, that motherfucker's old as shit.
That dude is old as fuck, bro,
Yeah,
and
it's
he's still
insane.
going.
I don't know how he still lives.
I don't like, dude. The Queen died. I mean, like we lost the Queen, we lost Hugh Hefner, and those
Uh,
motherfuckers were
how
old as
old is
hell.
Clint Eastwood? He's got to be like maybe 90 something or 80 something.
He's about 90
He's got to
something,
be in
dude.
his 90s.
You want to hear something
Oh
though?
shit!
I
Did you
saw.
hear about fucking Carl Weathers?
Yeah, he died, which was sad.
Ah, yo, I was so upset. I was like, Apollo Creed, like he's gone. Yeah, that was sad. Luckily, he died in his sleep. He didn't seem like it was any drug overdose or anything like traumatic. He just kind of went, which is, I guess, peaceful in a
Okay,
sense.
Clint Eastwood, God bless this dude. He's 93 years old and still going.
That's insane.
And you know what though? I'm a huge fan of his son, Scott
I'm
Eastwood. He's
confused
an
how
up and
he's
coming
still
actor.
acting.
Huh?
I said I'm confused as to how he's still acting. Like, how's he able to move around without his fucking walker? You know?
Well, a lot of actors finally retired. Like Michael Caine finally retired acting.
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins retired from acting,
Also, now
and
that
those guys were getting up there.
I
Morgan
think
Freeman
about
is
it,
still fucking acting. Morgan Freeman's like 80 something, dude.
hold on. I missed one element. He hasn't really worked his entire life. So that would make a lot of sense. You know? Like when
You
you're an
know,
actor and you stand up and say lines rather than, work at a fast food
yeah,
restaurant or like do
yeah,
a regular job like normal people, you don't die
yeah.
inside as quick. You know?
You
Like,
know who? Do you know who's old as fuck, but is still trying to play like the young man roles a little bit?
ooh,
Samuel Jackson.
yeah.
Samuel Jackson is pushing 80 years old, and
He can
he's
get away
still
with it
like.
though.
I know he's fairly fit for his age,
Yeah.
but it's like I didn't realize that he was in his 70s. I thought he was like
Yeah.
maybe 60 something. I looked up Samuel Jackson. I was like, this motherfucker run around as Nick Fury, busting caps and shit,
Yeah.
kicking
He
scrolls in the
still
head.
honestly, Samuel L. Jackson, like if he just shaves his face and like you can't really see anything else, he looks maybe like in his late 30s, if that.
Well, dude, I saw this movie. It was the other guys with the Rock in them, and
Yeah.
he was like maybe
You
60
think we can make that
something.
jump? Let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like 60 something in that movie, and like he's like rolling off of cars and stuff and like talking shit. And I'm sitting here thinking, like his ass is too fucking old to be doing this shit. But it's like he didn't look it, he shaved up,
Yeah.
cleaned up,
If he cleans
and
himself up, he always looks like 30, 40 years
and
old.
he fairly looked pretty buff for the role. And it's like is it just hanging out with Dwayne Johnson inspires you to like go hit the gym or something?
I don't know.
Because if I'm at the Rock and I'm friends with the Rock, let me tell you, it's like Kevin Hart. Overnight, Kevin Hart and the Rock they became friends. You hear about Kevin Hart working out like
Yeah, now
crazy
he's
and
big as
everything.
shit.
Maybe that's what I need to do. Meet the Rock and get inspired, dude. Like next thing you see me, I'm built like the Rock 2 weeks later.
Yeah,
two weeks later.
We could do it. Fucking just getting big as shit.
Yeah.
We come back looking all buff. We'll be on stream like this.
But like for real, it's
Yeah.
like every time a Rock is involved in something, dude, like people are in competition. It's like with Vin Diesel when the Rock was in the movie with him.
Yeah.
I heard like Vin Diesel was like working out even more or something like that, trying to get pumped up.
They were so-called competing like a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's just what guys do, though.
Who wasn't in competition, and I respect his gangster, Jason Statham. that dude just built it. He's like, I'm Chev Chelios. I'm Deckard Shaw. I'm this guy. I'm the bloody fucking transporter. Like he didn't give a shit. Jason Statham was like,
does his shit.
Dude, he's the man, dude.
Great actor, and he's fucking very talented martial artist as well. Man, like
dude.
I would say he's the British Jackie Chan. I would go as far as saying that.
I would say he's more like the You know, he came out of nowhere, but I think he's like
He did.
the modern day Bruce Willis.
Okay, so he's British Bruce Willis.
Well, he's bald,
Say that
and
fucking five times.
I love
British Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis.
Bruce
It's
Willis.
hard.
Like I love Bruce Willis. That dude will always have a special place in my heart as my favorite action movie guy. You know,
I have a question.
but
Die Hard, Christmas movie or not?
you know what? The director and everybody has said it's not a Christmas movie.
Fuck him, it's a Christmas
but
movie.
I mean, if you want it to be Christmas, it can be a Christmas movie.
Both
you know,
Die Hard 1 and Die Hard 2 are in
Yeah,
the
Jake
Christmas
Wilson.
movies collection.
Really?
Yeah. I put it in there. I was like, these are motherfucking Christmas movies.
You know what the best part about I think the Die Hard 1 movie was that the motherfucker was running around barefoot throughout the whole fucking movie.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was pretty
never
much
had shoes on.
He had shoes at the beginning, but then like somewhere along the line, he lost
had, like,
his
the
shoes.
beater and what he had like cargo pants on.
He had a wife beater, some slacks, and you know, he eventually, you know, like I want to say, if I remember the original Die Hard, he wasn't a suit and tie, but then that eventually, like, you know, the terrorists attack, and he's like just getting out of those clothes and stuff. You know, they're probably holding him back. You know.
Okay, that's fair. He needed to make some nice fluid movements.
Believe it or not, though, bro, believe it or not, there's some motherfuckers who probably would have stripped down butt ass naked and took on some terrorists. You know, like,
I don't doubt it.
No, but for real, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, there's some motherfuckers that are crazy like that want to do some ninja shit. They'll pop out of an air duct and get your ass and just like, you know. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, motherfuckers will fight you butt naked and everything.
I'm just imagining a scene where like the camera's like panned in on the fucking vent cover, and he just goes, "What's that motherfucker?" Boom! He just shoots him.
Like I'm thinking about myself. Like I've always wanted to be like an action movie guy, and like I've even created like my own action movie story in my head once.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I feel like we all have.
I think we all have, like, you know, and like I would love to be like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Give me the biggest fucking gun.
I think you just want to scream like him.
Did you know there was competition with Stallone and fucking Schwarzenegger?
Of course.
Yeah, but the one was who had the biggest gun.
Yeah, who had the biggest gun. Yeah, I saw the interview.
Yeah, and Schwarzenegger kept like topping him, dude. Like Schwarzenegger had like, what's this? That goes on a helicopter. He's like, great. He's like,
give it to me.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Awesome.
I will
hold
it with one hand.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Stupid. It's so dumb.
But I think Rambo won though, because technically he had a simple.
Pretty soon you'll be seeing Schwarzenegger fucking holding a tank on his shoulders and just using that shoot like this.
Dude, his buff ass can lift a tank. He might as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Too funny.
Dude. Yeah, but dude, that's one thing that they should have done. Stallone and him, they should have done a movie in their youth, in their prime. That would have been fucking badass.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Like, because like they did that thing with like in the Rocky movies, they had Dolph Lundgren, you know, play the fucking play the Russian dude, and like he was a big buff dude, and like that competition of like the two big guys. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's
Dolph Lundgren was
cool
the man,
thing.
dude.
Huh?
Dolph Lundgren's the man, bro.
Yeah,
I love his, like, he's a badass.
And it's crazy. I didn't know this, but like I saw Stallone in an interview, like maybe like a couple weeks ago, or maybe like last week, where he was talking about like, because he won. I think it was that interview where he was talking about Schwarzenegger, where like they were used to compete, and then he was like, I chose Dolph because like the second I saw him, he was like, fuck this guy, you know, because like he liked the idea that there was competition, but like it was also like he was a fucking genius. Like Dolph Lundgren is a legitimate like college educated fucking genius. Like,
he's an astrophysicist.
Yes, yeah, he's like I never even like you look at him and you just you see him in the movie goes, you will die. You know, you hear that shit and you're like, this motherfucker's dumb as rocks, but he's strong as shit. But then when you actually like see him speaking and like the way he speaks to people and like you get an idea of who he is, like, wow, this motherfucker's like on his shit. Like he's really intelligent.
Yeah.
It's very surprising.
Yeah, you know, yeah, like he knows a thing or two about a thing or two, you know, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, Fucking Russians.
Mother Russia.
You will lose.
Yeah.
My dad used to do that all the time. That's like one of the better memories I had with him. So like I'd go to like Chuck E. Cheese with him when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and like if there was any game where like we had to like compete against each other,
Mm-hmm.
he would come over to me and like get real close to like in my ear. He goes, "You will lose," just like the Rocky movies.
See, this is what I would love to do. Like, if I was an actor, I would love to be in nothing but action movies, and I always play the villain. And I would try to be as ruthless and cruel and crazy. Like, I love Jason Momoa in the new Fast and Furious movie. He cracked me up. He didn't know what he wanted to be, a Bond villain, a super villain, or whatever. He just had fun.
Yeah, that's fair.
Dude, he cracked me up. He did like this leap thing, like he was dancing and did like a leap shit. I was like, this nigga crazy. like he was having fun with it. I was like, you go. Like
Yeah.
I love Jason Momoa, but it was like the first time seeing him play like a true bad guy. Usually plays like this anti-hero or just something like that.
Yeah, he
But
kind of
to
did
play
that
a
with
full-
Aquaman, where he was like, "Man, I'm done with that shit. I'm not doing nothing for you." You know,
Yeah,
and then he
so-
inevitably kind of had to because he had no choice. You know,
Yeah.
but
I mean, it was cool, and I love seeing him in the films that he does, and like it's kind of neat though, because like most actors of like his look and stuff really don't get recognized as leading men, so it's kind of cool. Like a lot of these actors are breaking the mold for leading men these days, and he's one of those actors that I think he's a decent actor, and he could pull off a lot of shit. Not to mention he's a very physical person, so like the
he's a big
motherfucker's
dude.
like, yeah,
that fucking Samoan DNA, man. It
dude,
runs
yeah,
strong.
bro.
That's like
It
look,
does,
like the
man.
Rock, the fucking
Yeah.
this fuck Momoa, like they're just big. Like
Yeah, man.
I've only seen two versions of Samoans. It's either they're fucking huge and jacked, or they're huge and fat. One of the two.
Either one, man. Either
They're
you want to hear
huge.
something. You want to hear something crazy?
What?
This through my mind. You know those huge and fat Samoans that people like to make fun of?
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers pull bitches. Them motherfuckers. I don't know if it's because they know how to play on that ukulele or whatever it is. But dude,
just every stereotypical Hawaiian man.
shoot, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna go to Hawaii. And I'm gonna pull me some of them Hawaiian bitches, man. Because them Hawaiian women are fine too. Hey,
All right,
if there ain't any
fair
Hawaiian women watching this podcast,
hey, if you go down to Hawaii, yeah, if you if you go down if you go down to Hawaii, you can say hello to Courtney's brother. You guys can chill together and pull bitches.
there is this Hawaiian girl that I do have a crush on that I follow on Instagram, and she actually said if I'm actually in Hawaii, she will go out on a date with me.
Do it up. You got to bring your coconut bra though. I want to see you in a coconut bra.
Dude, I got a coconut bra. Real talk.
Actually?
Yeah, I got one. I got a whole hula outfit, dude.
Are you for real?
Dead ass.
I can't wait to see that.
My mom took a trip to Hawaii. I asked her to bring me back a hula girl outfit.
Why?
So I could wear it at a costume party. But they didn't have my size. But she did bring me back a hula girl outfit.
Okay.
I can't fit it, but I got a coconut
was
bra.
Was it like a gender switch party? Is that what that was the theme of it? That's why you needed it?
No, I just wanted to dress up as a hula girl and go.
You're so stupid. I can't stand you.
Dude, kiss my ass. I would have went. I would have wore that coconut bra loud and proud.
Listen, hey man, I don't doubt it, but I'm just saying. Yeah, that's a conversation for another day. But yeah, that was it's very informative. I'm glad to know that you have a coconut bra and a hula skirt somewhere in your house that is meant to only be worn by Chainber motherfucking TV. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
I mean, kiss my ass, bro. I mean,
I'm not making fun. I'm just saying it's just kind of funny.
I mean, it's. I mean, I love it. I think it's fun. I mean,
Hey, fuck it.
I
Listen,
mean,
if you like it, you like it. Who am I to knock it?
I mean, you ever go to costume parties and motherfuckers just want to have fun? I mean, that's what it's all about.
That's fair. Oh, goodness gracious.
But I think we're gonna call it here, guys.
Yeah, I was feeling it too. I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, but like, this has been a while. We're glad that we were able to, do this again. We got more episodes coming. Please look out for Chainber and Davo podcast. We also stream on Twitch. I'm Chainber TV. He's the Lean Armenian. Please follow us on our socials, which are the same names on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, everything, TikTok. We have it all. We're everywhere. You cannot miss us. And if you do miss us, you're a fucking cray. Okay?
True.
So, yeah. Anyway, I'm Chainber.
I'm Davo.
We'll catch you later.
Put on your wet socks.